Not the Diggy. I don't think the Diggy's gonna work. Our Diggy's gonna be so impactful. But yes, you can. I mean, the Diggy can work well against Breath of the Ocean. It can work well against Lapu Lapu's ultimate. It can also work well against the Imperial Justice. So not bad, but again, you kind of need that front line that they don't have yet, aside from the Jawhead.
Yeah, and looks like that front line, Khalid will be the lock-in
There you
for
go.
AA, and a lot of healing, a lot of AoE damage as well, and a stun, so that's very handy. As you said earlier, Rockhart, you can never go wrong with a Khalid.
That's
so
right.
Going back to the entirety of this draft, Work versus AA here. A lot of good range, good damage. I guess both squads here are really good in terms of skirmishes and extended team fights. So I'd say that both of them really would want to secure fights that they start, or perhaps counter fights when they do find them, when they do get found out in a bad situation.
Which I think is definitely going to happen later on. We're going to see a lot of early game fights here in this matchup. The moment that that Archangel hits level 4, they're going to want to go pedal to the metal. Actually, level 2, they're going to expect this Jawhead to really go hard already. So, again, it's the race for the turtle here. If you have a Hayabusa, if you want that Hayabusa to not just be like idle wait, if you want that Hayabusa to get them kills, you got to get that turtle early on. But this is going to be the first ever Kadita of the qualifiers.
Good eye, actually. It is going to be the first Kadita, so Rough Waves will be a new call-out for us for quite a long time here. Since day one, there was no Kadita pick, and now that we see a Kadita, I'm quite interested in how they're going to play a mage assassin like this one, because unlike other mages, Kadita needs to be in melee range to deal maximum damage.
And we're going to have to see if that's going to be the case, though Breath of the Ocean is a very great tool. We'll see that later on with the Rough Waves. Again, setup is so important here for Work. And again, I really have to emphasize level 4. You gotta watch the mid lane.
And so far, both teams are still farming up to level 4. Not much action yet, especially around the side lane areas where they just want to farm up as much as possible. Joy Boy, though, trying to make something happen, stops FY from getting that orange buff.
Yep, and Chu is going to have to need a lot of help here with getting this. We've seen Claudes just get destroyed in the early game with a lot of interruptions on the buff taking, and this is not an exception. Chu, this no matter how good you are with the with the Claude, you are still going to be disrupted. And with a Jawhead on the enemy team with level 4 Lancelot double buff, it's a scary thing to deal with.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the receiving end of a fight like this. Phantom Execution, but the Farsa gets the kill. That's first blood for AA, and I think they just established control around the bottom lane.
Yep, I think they did. And just like that, they have denied a little bit of aggression coming in from Work, who are supposed to be doing that with this Kadita. If the Kadita is not doing any harassment, he's not really doing his job, and he did do some pretty good damage on the Ninja Killer. But the rest of Archangel already on the turtle.
Oh, wait a minute. Jobbert Sakalam does get the Farsa. It looks like the turtle will be the next contest, but the Lancelot secures it with the Retribution as the Sylvana falls to the Khalid. That's one kill going to each side, but the turtle will be secured by Archangel.
Surprisingly, Saksa Jago is able to get it without any scratch, and again, Archangel definitely going to be in the lead after that one. Joy Boy all alone here, unstoppable force straight into Chu, and someone's waiting. That's going to be Fall, but I don't think Fall expected the BMI. Forces Joy Boy to flicker out, and that's basically just a trade there.
Yeah, and that was a good flicker out to safety, but looks like the Alice has to dance with Death, and Death will she meet. And that's just the feather there, strike damage for you. Another kill for Archangel, and they might just clear out the platings in this one.
They're elevating the gold very heavily. 2.3k gold lead in favor of Archangel, not to mention that they also gained that turtle buff. Interestingly enough, it's not really that impactful at this point, because what's impacting is that they're getting a lot of gold. Like, the turtle buff, not so much of a deal right now. The gold is the big deal here for Archangel. Surprisingly, 2,000 how many minutes in the game? Like I think we're at only
We're
three.
less than 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
3 or 4 minutes,
and
right?
That 2K gold could easily balloon up if the Claude isn't able to at least safely farm, because I feel like that 2K gold lead came from the fact that the Lancelot, after clearing the jungle camps off his team, quickly transitioned into counter jungling with his team as well. And as you said earlier, Rockhart, it's not that good for any Claude user, no matter how good the user is. If it's an early game Claude, you can be a mechanical god, you could be mechanical Jesus with this Claude, and it's still going to be hard for you if you're going up against equally skilled players trying to invade you early on.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Chu didn't die on the Claude,
Yeah.
but he got delayed so hard that he's not really impacting the upcoming, upcoming fights.
Yeah, fights for
which
the
is
turtle.
which is super weird because usually Chu's the one of the most aggressive Claudes we've ever seen in this tournament, and he is definitely one of the most confident when it comes to team fighting. So seeing him like this is definitely something that's very odd for me, and the pressure, that means the pressure is really starting to set in here.
And being on the receiving end of that kind of pressure, not just in-game, but also outside of the game, if you're Chu, and I think a lot falls to the weight of Chu here. Like, people are clamoring over this guy, one of the best players. A lot of good things has been said about him. Yes, it's good to hear praise, but to live up to that praise, that's a different story. And right now, that Claude really not living up to that story for now, but it's not his fault. It's just the nature of his pick right now. And maybe in the future, if they're able to protect that Claude, try to farm up, going back to the land of Dawn, and maybe around 10 minutes to 12 minutes from now, we're finally going to see some juicy blazing duets, or even juicier rough waves. We really haven't seen Michael Jordan in this hero yet.
Yeah, keeping my fingers crossed for that. But for the meantime, that's going to be Archangel getting another kill on the top side, getting answered quite quickly by work here on the jungle. Again, 1 for 1 is not that much, but in the end, you're also giving away a turret on the bot side to Ninja Killa.
And Ninja Killa, so far in this day and day 2 of the MPL main qualifiers, has been really good in sneakily growing gold, especially with the 1-1 pick earlier. We didn't really notice him until we realized that he had the most gold in the team and was even, at the same level of XP, almost at the same level of XP as their jungler. So that was really something else to see. Phantom Execution lands Thorn Rose.
This guy, Saxujago. Again, I'm not surprised. He's just such a confident guy when he plays that, plays Lancelot. But right now, he is playing even better, if I may say so. And they're forcing Chu and the rest of the gang to basically go somewhere else on the map and avoid the turtle at all costs.
And
it's funny.
And that forces actually Michael Jordan and the gang to just try to get bonus gold on the bottom lane plating, whereas the turtle went for free, as you said, in the top side. Joy Boy, talking about confidence, he's showing it in front of Michael Jordan himself.
Yeah, and World Challenger are starting to really just slow down their game even more. We saw something like this earlier between LPE. And LPE's strategy did work. I mean, they did have a double marksman setup. It's a little bit different, but in essence, it works in a similar way. Michael Jordan, again, is kind of missing out. 1-0-0 so far on this Kadita. Not really the most ideal stat line.
But a fight breaks out here. The Lapu Lapu finds 2 in the Raging Sandstorm will too. And looks like the first one to fall is the Quicksand Guard there, with the Kadita picking it up with a sticker as well. That's 1 kill going to the side of work.
And just like that, right after I said it, Michael Jordan hears and he executes. Beautifully done there. Doesn't even need to use the Petrify, so he can use it right now. Once his ultimate goes up, he can go for Ninja Killa or Escalera, and whoever he can catch is definitely going to go down here.
Yeah, definitely. The damage of the rough waves is always
here we go.
there. He's still not entering, waiting for the right moment.
Escalera.
And looks like he will enter, not yet. And that's just quite unfortunate for Michael Jordan.
He has to do it. Go for the rough waves. Not enough time for him to cast it. And that's 2 for nothing in favor of Archangel, while Chu takes bottom lane tower.
You know, patience is a virtue, but too much virtues will leave you breathless or maybe dead inside the land of dawn. And as for now, 2-0 for that. Wait a minute. Yeah, 2-0 for work there. AA did have a blunder. Oh, wait, no. I think I had it topsy-turvy there.
Yeah, that was work. Yeah. That was 2-0 for AA. And basically AA just, I don't know, man. They're just playing. They can do no wrong in this game.
And we've been seeing Archangel in a different light, especially in Day 2. Day 1, they were quite strong, but not this strong. It feels like they turned themselves into a different, not a different team, but maybe a improved version of what they were in Day 1. And if we're talking about MPL ready, it seems that they're proving that they're ready to enter the MPL. And Joy Boy, this is his favorite spot.
Absolutely more content right now. Ninja Killer with the rest of the squad goes for Jobert Sakalam. Takes him out. Again, Michael Jordan waiting in the wings for that bush wave, for that rough wave near the bush. And I don't think they're going to get anyone here. Again, Archangel being very, very careful on what bush they check.
And Joy Boy still going at it, but the snare coming in from Alice just enough to stop him before the massacre happens.
Yeah, again, nice try there for Joy Boy with the ejector flicker combo. Again, not really within range as of yet. So he just kind of missed out and stickered his way out of there. And
if you can't deal actual damage, add some mental damage with the sticker. It looks like the mid lane turret will finally get some damage for the side of work. And FY right now, we're not used to seeing FY in this state. 0-2-2.
Man, FY, again, usually he's so good at this, but I feel like he's on AFK mode for some reason. I have not felt his presence at all in the team fights ever since this game started.
Yeah, and this is the problem when you've been overperforming or perhaps carrying your team for the past few games, and suddenly you go 0-2-2 and suddenly you're lost and you're ejected.
Yeah, he's the one who just has to react each and every time here. Just reacting with Imperial Justice, not really doing anything proactive with that skill. And because of that, Archangel, they're getting a lot of freedom here. Gonna get the last turtle of this game.
Freedom to get turtles. That's the third turtle going down to Archangel here. That's a 7-3 in terms of the kill score. And then the gold score, a 6K gold lead for Archangel. A massive one. And looks like there's no escape. Only stickers in front of your turret.
Yep, stickers are happening over and over again. Bot lane, this is gonna be an easy turret for Archangel. No response. 3 members of work actually on the top side of the map.
And they can't convert into a turret as well for some reason. They have 3 members in the top side and the outer turret still lives. Maybe now it will go down, but that's a little bit too late. Damage has already been done on the other side and the rotations are coming in. They might not even get that turret anymore.
Yeah, Archangel's already posing for the next big fight, although of course work gets out just in time. And so far, we're back on the 5K, almost 6,000 gold lead here for Archangel.
Yeah, and
they
1
are in
minute
danger.
from now, Archangel might just have the opportunity to get Lord, but looks like FY finally with a proactive play. A little bit too dangerous though. That's 3 people from the Archangel side if he does decide to trap down Joy Boy.
He has to really get into the work here. Right now, I feel like Archangel just doesn't really. They're playing a little bit safer than I thought they would right now. FY,
no.
Once more before he can pop Imperial Justice in the right way, goes down and just wastes it again.
It's just a lot of damage so far for Archangel here. They just go down, get 1 target, Phantom Execution, Thorn Rose, and just forces Jobert Sakalam to go out.
Yep, and Jobert Sakalam. Again, defensive mode here for work. I don't know how long they can hold out, man. They just look like they're just waiting for the end of the game at this point. Wait, how's Chu doing? He's 0-0-1. I want to check the items now.
Man, 0-0-1 on the claw. They need a fight that they'll win, or not even a fight. A pickoff would be fine. Anything, just anything to bump their gold a little bit.
This,
and look at this.
the punish.
zoning. The punish on the extended coming in from work, and this might just be a free lord for AA.
Free Lord. Are you serious right now? It's an easy... I don't know. What are they waiting for?
Oh no, the Alice.
The Alice, man. Right under it. Winter Traction will allow him to kind of stay alive. But look at this. One guy just absorbing everything. Right now, looks like the opportunity is right. They caught Saxajago. Double kill for Chu. And that could be true. Joy Boy.
Man, guns blazing for Jobert Sakalam here. No, for Chu rather. 2-0-2 from 0-0-1. That's massive for work. You could say that AA has been playing really well, securing objective after objective, but you're looking at what could possibly be a late game Claude in the hands of one of the more skilled players as well. A player that we all hyped up and is hyped for, Cho. Finally back in this game.
Despite a very massive lead, though, I feel like Chu is still playing from the back foot. And 5,000 gold is not something that you can overcome with just one good team fight. So now they're going to have to face the Wrath of Escalera once more on that Feather Dare Strike.
Yeah, and that Wrath actually doesn't secure the orange buff as True enjoys that stolen orange buff as he defends the mid lane. It's quite surprising to me that Archangel, despite their huge lead at some point, they haven't even pushed mid lane yet.
Yeah, I said this earlier. They're playing a bit slower than I thought they would. At this point, I don't know what happened to the confidence of Archangel. Suddenly, they're just feeling out the map here.
Yeah, suddenly that vibe suddenly passed, and now Archangel, Raging Sandstorm used though. That's a stun, that's a kill. Sylvana goes down.
They get FY even before he can pop Imperial Justice. Definitely got caught by surprise here. Joy Boy gonna go and hunt down Chu once more. Under the turret they go, and they're fighting right now in Jobert Sakalam's terms. Fighting. And even the Foreign Rose right now doesn't really do that much damage to the Lapu Lapu.
Oh no, Escalera almost dying in that fight as well. Just went by with around 100 HP. That was almost a miracle run for him. And looks like in the mid lane, they will be just adjusting minion waves. And I'm quite sure that this is great for World Challenger as well, considering that the Alice, the more time she spends farming up, the more time she'll gonna get stronger.
Yep. Absolutely. So this game is just getting better and better for World Challenger.
Yeah.
So we should see a big fight erupt soon, I think. I think these towers in the mid lane cannot last long enough.
I mean, the mid lane turrets in game 1 between Work and AA already lasted longer than a lot of our games.
Yes,
earlier
exactly.
This day. It's 14 minutes
14
in.
minutes for both mid lane turrets.
And surprisingly, mid lane is the most contested lane in terms of objective control. It's quite surprising to see that both outer turrets are still well and alive.
And that just means that both teams cannot really dish out enough pressure to push back the opposition in the mid lane.
Yeah,
most of it again on the side of Archangel is because of Escalera, and of course for Work it is definitely because of Chu and Michael Jordan.
And Michael Jordan, surprisingly, we haven't seen a lot of highlights so far and not one-shot rough waves, but he is exerting pressure. And definitely, this is one kind of pressure that Escalera could place.
Yep, not enough damage here. And FY just going to be a little bit more careful here. Joy Boy, he's also not as cheeky as he was earlier. You know, he's just being a bit more controlled, calculated. Now that he has a target, though, will go all in. Imperial Justice all the way back to the bush. Basically just wastes his ultimate.
Yeah, and looks like a quad kill. No, quad shadow. No shadow kill is called there. Lord is already respawned, and looks like Archangel, they're trying to secure an advantage here in the mid lane. Raging Sandstorm lands.
Brute Force Breastplate as well for Chu means that is not going to hurt as much as it does. It's a more defensive kind of Claude here, but it's going to have to do. Right now, that's going to be one down. Joy Boy with the immortality going to get popped. Woo! Oh, Escalera! TP out of nowhere is going to be canceled and destroyed by Chu as well.
Look at Chu with a killer instinct, knowing that he could go in, get the kills, and go out safely. 4-0-2 already, and looks like the Lord will be their first objective to take at 16 minutes. This might be massive, and Archangel is trying to secure a good flank position for a steal.
Yep, Saxajago, look at this guy, and alongside Fall, they will get the Lord! Saxajago, you beast! Gets the bit of a delay with Ninja Killer with that Shadow Kill, not really going to be able to do that much damage all by himself against free members, but they get the job done. They get control of the Lord.
Yes, sacrifice is worth it for Saksha here. He dies, but he gets the Lord on the side of Archangel, delaying what could have been a bigger power spike for Work, a bigger power spike that Chu needs. That deny was absolutely massive for Archangel, and all that they have to do right now is to at least capitalize on what the Lord will give them.
Yeah, at this point, Queen's Wing's passive is already used up, so that means that Chu will have to retreat for a few moments here. So we have a small opening for Archangel, who are still ahead by 4,000 gold, although it doesn't feel like it. They are going to be able to do some stuff here with this Claw. They can hunt them down, or probably, again, not. They are playing passively.
Yeah, they
I think that the target is this mid lane turret.
I am quite sure they want to put down this mid lane turret, but
Rough Waves are out.
No damage, actually, and Joy Boy in the backside, trying to zone out a lot of people here. I feel like Joy Boy is being tasked by his team to find the Claude.
Yeah, a lot of the baits here are coming from Escalera on that far, so he's trying to bait out any movement with the Feather Airstrike usage. It's on cooldown, so they won't be able to go for the fight just yet. But the moment it goes off cooldown, expect a big engagement.
And
right
looks
now.
Like Shadow Kill is used, but the Feathered Airstrike won't finish him off, and looks like the fight is
FY?
to start here.
Again, misses on the Imperial Justice. Joy Boy, Unstoppable Force in the middle of the stack. Doesn't really do that much. Fall is not going to be able to withstand that much pressure. And the backline just getting destroyed here by Chu. One-man army. This Claude is really tearing it up.
This Claude indeed. That's one good Claude out there, getting 2 kills, getting insane dives, and still going out without a death. 5-0-4. Chu is just popping off with 80 or even 80-something, 90% kill participation around his team. This is just insane considering on how hard he farmed the early game.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I feel like Chu is just on a roll here, and just proves our point with a few past discussions that we've had. This guy really is a beast when you put him on a really high skill cap hero, and putting good teammates alongside him just makes a big difference from when he was back in the MPL, where they barely had a win with his team.
Yeah,
and now he's showing a pretty good potential.
And now that we're looking at Work with Chu 5-0-4, I feel like having a great supporting cast, as you said, is a big difference maker in making a superstar into a god. And looks like Chu will claim his godliness here, but he will fall with a Raging Sandstorm in the backside, and that's just the monster kill for the Claude.
What a massacre here coming up on the top side, or the bottom side at least, for Archangel. And now it's going to be on top for Work.
Ninja Killer.
Going to try to make something happen here. Look at that. Ninja Killer going to be able to get one quick revenge here by Jobert Sakalam. Ninja Killer has immortality. He has no fear whatsoever. That's 1-for-1 basically. But it's still in favor of Work. And again, Fall also died in that exchange alongside Escalera.
Yeah, that is a 2-for-1. And the Lord will be spawning 18 seconds from now. It's very important for Archangel to at least reassemble their squad before that Lord starts. But I'm quite sure that the moment that Lord comes up, Work has the option to just start it again and just opt for the 4v4. Because with Escalera gun, that's a lot of AoE, a lot of range damage that AA has to offer.
Yep, that's right. That's basically it. So AA are, again, the range from, it's like the range fights, right? It's range from Chu versus short range for Archangel. And Archangel just, it's hard for Saxajago and Ninja Kill to take down Chu all alone. Chu always has at least 2 guys with him all the time. It's
all the time. And not just 2 guys, but also is just being himself. It's actually the main boss. Like, imagine going past through the 2 guys, and then suddenly he's just out and basically disappears in front of you, and the damage was already dealt. And that's just the beauty of a good Claude player. And just look at this Lord Mel. Chu is alone, but it doesn't even feel like
Yeah,
it.
from almost 6K gold lead, now we are up to even. And Chu is ready. He is roaring to take this from Archangel. Now, Archangel, though, they will still have some pretty good pressure on top side. And again, Lord Steals, we've seen him happen earlier. Why not again, right?
Yeah, and that
Oh my god, Saksa Jago! Imperial Justice finally FY catches Saksa Jago. It's a 5v4. Joy Boy getting ready to get into the fight once more. I think they're going to have to contest this if they want to win or if they want to be able to survive. They need to steal this Lord. But topside, Ninja Killer has different plans. He's going for a turret. This fight around the Lord is a big question. Still goes over to the dominant side. That is going to be this Claude. Another Imperial Justice going to be going over Escalera, but for some reason he can walk out. I don't know how that happened. That's from Purify, but it's not going to matter. But surviving Escalera.
Yeah, and at this point, Work securing that Lord. Lord marching down bottom side, and the gold shift is now almost going to be complete with it being even. Work is really putting in the work by just getting this Claude online.
And again, Archangel also got an inhibitor turret on the top side, meaning that they're going to have a very good lane pushing right there alongside Ninja Killa, who did not want to go along with the plan of Work. He wanted to go up and make a plan for himself.
And speaking of plans, I feel like the plan for Joy Boy here, who has been spamming stickers, is to first stop spamming stickers now, because they are about to lose this game if they let this happen. Feathered Airstrike landing on no one just for now, but looks like they will go in for the base. A godlike for the Claude, and this might just be the first game going to Work.
Wow, that is just that's just pure mastery of your heroes, man. And I completely forgot about that.
You know what? Funny. It's something that
it was super hype. It was super hype, man. That game was like, wow, the turnaround there from almost 6-7K gold lead for Archangel into that is something that really doesn't